In 2025, manual sports cars are nearly rare in the United States. But even though they don't sell, they're interesting to a certain type of person. This one has suspension tuned by Subaru Technica International and a chassis that begs for corners. But there's a problem that's becoming more and more talked about with this car. I'm going to talk to you about that in this video as well. Here, there's no turbo in a Toyota engine, so you have to see how it performs. Some people love it, others say it sounds ugly. This is the new Subaru BRZ tuned by Subaru Technica International. Welcome. Check this out, the details, because this Subaru BRZ is really focused on pure driving for the enthusiast. Look at the wheels. These are 18-inch rims with Michelin Pilot Sport 4 tires for excellent grip, plus Brembo brakes with gold calipers so you can brake confidently. What a stunning combination. The BRZ I'm driving today comes in this striking bright red. At the front, you'll have LED headlights that respond to the steering, with the BRZ inscription here in red. We're also going to have an air intake to cool the engine, and there are automatic high beams as well. The front is classic and familiar from the Subaru BRZ. And here, next to that air intake, we have the BRZ, tuned by Subaru Technica International with the S in red. Pretty discreet, but it creates a nice contrast. And obviously the fangs, the contrast in black with the killer red. As I mentioned earlier in the video, the suspension is tuned and designed by Subaru Technica International. During the test drive, I'll describe how firm and sporty it feels. Here you have the cut for aerodynamic function, which also starts from this front part for what is the cooling of the brakes, the aerodynamics, the side part with very clean lines, the mirror housing, and this combination of red and black. Very nice. The Subaru BRZ, tuned by Subaru Technica International, features striking curves and nearly perfect proportions between the cabin and rear axle. Now let's check out the taillights in the rear section. With a bit more aerodynamic features, you have dual exhaust pipes down there with their diffuser, because wind management and overall aerodynamics are very important for the people at Subaru. With the BRZ tuned by Subaru Technica International badge back here. And let's see how big the trunk is. Well, here I have a small carry-on suitcase. That gives you the best reference for how small it is, but even though it's small, you can fit a few small carry-on suitcases in the trunk. Now, let's see what's under the hood. Well, this is one of the star features of the Subaru BRZ, the Toyota label on that engine. I'll explain why it says Toyota. We're still talking about the same 2.4-liter Subaru Boxer 4-cylinder engine. It will produce 228 horsepower and 184 pound-feet of torque. The key is how it delivers that torque from low RPMs, and we'll see that when we drive it. And you have a manual transmission, as it should be in this type of vehicle, with 6 speeds. It's quite precise. Direct. It's a real pleasure to drive. Remember, this is rear-wheel drive with a limited slip torsion differential. I'm about to drive it and will describe everything from the moment I start it. Let's see. Well, of course, if you're used to, or if what you want or demand is the sound of a Coyote or a V8 for a sports car or something like that, a deep felt roar. This isn't that vehicle. Still, let's see. A lot of people complain about the sound, but well, it is what it is. Is this a boxer engine for the Subaru BRZ? This vehicle excels in handling, connection, and overall experience. That's where you're going to love the BRZ, and that's what we're gonna do. And I'm gonna take it onto a highway here. That will let me get a little more out of it, really make the most of this BRZ. One of the first things you notice here is the balance. It's a well-balanced vehicle. There's no body roll here. You don't experience any lag in the response. It's really good. You have a very low center of gravity. You notice that instantly thanks to that boxer engine you have. The clutch offers good resistance. However, it's not heavy. I like it. All right, let's keep driving here. We accelerate, we take it all the way. And honestly, the Connection is a vehicle that screams, drive me all the time. I mean, the Connection is incredible. The steering gives you good precision. Maybe sometimes when you're coming out of a curve somewhere, you might want a bit more feedback for it to be a bit more communicative, but overall it's quite precise. So then, why does Toyota appear in a Subaru vehicle? Well, because this car was born as a team effort. Toyota and Subaru developed it together and built it at Subaru's plant in Gunma, Japan. The main feature is the 4-time injection system. using Toyota United States of America's direct and port injection simultaneously. That's why several parts of the fuel and intake system have the Toyota Denso seal or numbering. Now, why is it so agile? Well, because it has the ideal weight of just 1,277 kilos. That gives you a sense of mechanical connection that no longer exists in modern cars. Even though it doesn't have a turbo, that engine doesn't need one. The power delivery is linear, natural, and very predictable. I'll pause to introduce today's video sponsor, Last Fit Floor Mats. I highly recommend keeping this in your vehicle, and I'll explain why. If you're already tired of having your vehicle's carpet dirty and filthy, maybe you have kids who get it dirty all the time, or adults who bring dirt onto that carpet with their shoes. Is it getting worn out? Well, these mats from the brand Last Fit are ideal, and I love them because they have a design that's easy to clean. It's made with a material called thermoplastic elastomer. It's flexible, and on top of that, non-slip. As I said, cleaning them is easy. See, they're custom made. This is a 2020 Honda Accord, and you parked it right there. It fits perfectly because it's laser designed. You place it on the little clips they have there, and it fits perfectly. And what happens is that this helps prevent dirt and sand from seeping through. It's perfectly designed with lasers, so the mold fits precisely. Now let's move to the passenger side. Obviously, I recommend that you give your vehicle's floor a good vacuum before putting in your new mats. This is a test unit for illustrative purposes, and I'm putting the new mats in there so you can see how it fits perfectly in each section of your vehicle. In the back, you have this piece for the middle, which is the transmission tunnel. It should also fit perfectly there. They come with a bit of a bend, just give them a little time. This one fit perfectly, but sometimes they come a bit bent. Over time, they'll take the perfect shape. There you cover the part of the transmission tunnel, and then the other two mats in the back to complete it. And that way, the passengers in the back won't get it dirty. The benefit is that dirt from your shoes doesn't go directly onto the vehicle's floor, helping prevent wear. One piece remains, this giant part. 3D Car Power 360. This fits in the trunk, and I'll show you how. This fits here very easily. It also fits into the contours of the rear part of the trunk very precisely. And the carpet in this rear part of your vehicle will also be protected. And obviously, with these mats, you won't have to use this so often. We can use ice. And if you're interested in Last Fit mats, I've left a link in the description of this video. Check it out. Enter your vehicle's make, model, and year to buy it. You'll thank me, I think. Let's continue today's video. Before we discuss the interior, please like and subscribe if you're enjoying it. Remember, all the content I have, reviews, accessories, rankings, tests, critiques, well, all of that is on my channel. So, welcome to the community. Let's take a look at the interior details and its technology. One of the things that catches my attention are these seats. They're made of suede with blue stitching. There, as we can see, you have excellent lateral support and that red Subaru Technica International start button that gives it the perfect touch. I really love it, and it obviously invites you to press it to start the experience. The dashboard is digital with Subaru Technica International graphics, and the 8-inch multimedia system features active matrix organic light emitting, diode Apple CarPlay, and Android Auto. There are no unnecessary luxuries, but everything is well made. The materials are of acceptable quality, the controls are solid, and it has automatic dual-zone climate control. So if your passenger wants a certain temperature, they can have it. Or if both of you want it, that's possible too. Well, that's where you argue. You adjust the buttons and the air conditioning controls. They do look really good there, let's say, with the red accents on black, and very accessible, very easy to read. You'll see the steering wheel wrapped in leather, and the dashboard finish has satin black inserts. Simple, but really very focused on the driver. In the back, the small trunk is still symbolic. If you buy a BRZ, you know what to expect. It's built for fun, not carrying passengers. And one of the advantages of the torsion differential is that it really helps to push that rear axle during acceleration in corners. The Brembo brakes work really well there. I mean, they're strong, no fading, with a good balance, let's say, in pedal feel. Now then, how does the Subaru Technica International suspension feel? The sport-tuned suspension that the BRZ has? Well, pretty good. I mean, it does transmit. Of course, you do feel the imperfections of the road. You notice it in the cabin, but it's not uncomfortable. You also get a good grip from the Michelin Pilot Sport 4 from those tires. The grip is excellent, honestly. So, what are the issues or downsides of the Subaru BRZ? In my videos, I aim to provide balance for complete reference. Well, noise in the cabin, yes, you do feel quite a bit of noise, I won't deny that. The steering could be a little more precise, but honestly, it doesn't clash with the engine sound. Of course, As I said when talking about handling, if you're looking for the deep roar of a V8, well, clearly, this isn't the vehicle for you. What's up with this vehicle? Well, it has a manual transmission. That's a small niche here in the United States, maybe getting even smaller, yes. Statistics show fewer people, especially younger generations, are buying them. I'm not sure if manual transmissions are nearly extinct, but in the United States, they seem to be headed that way. Not many people buy it, but well, those of us who love it do so because we understand what it's all about. The tradition, the connection, and the pure driving experience that a vehicle like this rear-wheel drive Subaru BRZ gives you is truly spectacular. So I wouldn't list it as a negative point, but it's something that does weigh on the brand because not many people buy it. All right, there you have it. Subaru BRZ tuned by Subaru Technica International 2025. Let me know what you think about it. What did you think? Spectacular design. I love the proportions. The engine isn't perfect, but it's a lot of fun. I'm going to leave you a related video here that you're going to like too. Check it out. Subscribe if you haven't yet, and share your thoughts in the comments. Do you own a Subaru BRZ? How has it been for you? Any problems? Share your experience. See you next video. Bye.